So let's give our attention to George, the speaker.
Thank you. Come on, look at the energy going. Come on, clap it up. You know, as I look across this room, and all I can see is greatness. I can see big dogs, and I can see family. But the question is, what do y'all see? What do y'all feel? I want y'all to look to the person next to you and say, I will ride for my sister.
I will ride for my sister.
No. Come on, turn me up now. I will ride for my sister.
I will ride for my sister.
I will fight for my sister.
I will fight for my sister.
I'll go to war for my sister.
I go to war for my sister.
I am my sister keeper.
I am my sister keeper.
Listen, two things for certain. Consistency and family can often take you places that talent can't. So it doesn't matter what y'all did yesterday. What matters is what y'all gonna do today. What y'all gonna do today? Because yesterday is gone and tomorrow too far away. What y'all gonna do in this moment? Everybody wanna be a big dog until you gotta do what big dogs do. Say, turn them up.
Turn them up.
Everybody wanna be a big dog until you gotta do what big dogs do. You gotta have that dog in you. Because once that adrenaline runs out, what's gonna carry you? What's gonna push you? What's gonna drive you? What's gonna drive you? That's when you gotta dig deep and pull that dog out of you. You're gonna get tired, but you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep stepping. You gotta be a big stepper. Say big stepper.
Big stepper.
Because the other team trying to come for y'all spot. They want to take your opportunity, but y'all won't be beat. Come on, say it with me. Won't be beat. Y'all tired? Won't be beat. Y'all gotta understand, this is the life y'all been fighting for. And this is the life y'all coming for. So this gotta be your winning season. How many of y'all want to be a champion? How many of y'all feel like I got that heart of a champion? Tuddy, right? So I'm good with names. What does it take to make a champion?
Heart.
Okay. Anybody else? Will. Davis, last name? Mm-hmm. You from DeSoto, right? Dallas?
Nah, that's me.
Okay, but what take to make a champion? What do you think?
Fight.
Anybody else? Listen, a champion is not made what you do on that court. A champion is made what you do in the off season, in practice, in that film room. Don't just show up. Showing up don't get you nowhere. It's about how you apply that pressure. Everybody want to be a champion until you got to do what champions do. Blood, sweat, and tears come with this. Late night come with this. Early morning come with this. So if you want to be a champion, then you got to be content with going to training camp. You got to be content with applying that pressure. You can't cheat the process. You got to trust the process. Because if it was that easy, then everybody would be champions, right? Everybody would be champion, but they can't. So don't make excuses. I need y'all to start making results. Because that's what champions do. That's what big dogs do. Don't only chase greatness, but live greatness. Say live greatness.
Live greatness.
Anybody show of hands? You ain't got to raise your hands or not, but how often when you try and chase greatness, your mind try to play games with you? Anxiety, depression, worry about the future. Let me tell you this here. I need y'all to listen to me. Because it's a topic for myself. When the time is right, God will make it happen. You just got to keep living. Don't let your mind get the best of you if God wants the rest of you. If God went before you, then he chose you. He chose you. But you understand this, when you're chosen, sometimes you're going to have to fight more. You're going to have to do more. You're going to have to overcome more. But you're going to receive more. Especially if you who your bloodline been waiting for. If God chose you, then he know he can trust you. He know you'll keep faith when things go bad. He know you won't retaliate when people do evil against you. He know you won't be conformed to this world. But you'll be transformed by the renewing of the mind. Because you're chosen. You got to walk like you're chosen. You got to live like you're chosen. Coach Yo and the coaching staff put y'all in a position right now where these other teams can't walk a mile in y'all shoes. They can't do what y'all do. They can't handle what y'all handle. They can't fight the fight y'all fought and won. Y'all real like pressure out here. Say pressure.
Pressure.
Y'all real like pressure out here. And these other teams gonna have to give y'all respect because y'all fought and clawed for this life. And y'all living testimony. And they don't have to witness y'all greatness respectfully. Say respectfully.
Respectfully.
Because y'all not losing no more. Y'all either winning or learning. Losing is behind you. Losing gotta be behind you. One of my favorite players, which is Kobe Bryant. I love him. Maybe because our birthday close, but I don't know. But that Mamba mentality got me places that I never thought I could go to, especially in the last 8 months. I was in Houston, Texas, doing my Talk That Talk tour. Arrived there Friday, got a call that my father in the hospital was stage 4 cancer. Check this out. I haven't seen this cat since 2009, and I'm named after him. So that's adversity we're going through right now. But I had to speak the next day, my first tour in H-Town. I'm like, God, what up? See, God gives the toughest battle to his strongest soldier. It's about how you overcome adversity. I could have folded, but I didn't. In life, we might bend, but we won't break. That's my mentality. So when I look at Kobe went through some stuff. We all know he one of the GOATs, but they didn't try to give it to him. He wasn't looking for no handout. He applied that pressure on himself every day. While everybody else was going to the parties and clubbing, that man at home reading the referee book, looking at the gray areas in the rule book to see where the referee at so he can turn around and do the jumper. LeBron James, the leading scorer. And people say he's not a scorer, but he do got that IQ. And that IQ can turn you to a big dog. We already know about Michael Jordan. That dude different. That man take off from the half-court line with tongue out because he built different. So when y'all get on that court, every time y'all get on that court, I want y'all to do this here when y'all huddle. When y'all get in y'all huddle, I want y'all to scream out pressure and then apply it. If you can beat them from the mind, then you got them beat. I don't care how big your opponent is. I don't care how big the opposition is. You won't and you can't be beat. People try to overlook me because I didn't come from a silver spoon household. I came from the trenches. I used to speak with colloquialism. Y'all know what that is? Street term. I ain't had the proper grammar. I had to do what I had to do to get where I am now. I ain't take the traditional route to be a speaker. I went the social route. I went God route. When you look different, you built different. People want to try you. Well, you got to keep putting that work in. Nothing's going to be given to you. You got to earn everything you have. And that was me. So I kept pushing because I love adversity. I love somebody to doubt me. Not everybody going to step with you. And I tell my wife all the time, I say, baby, listen, everybody's not going to step with us. So those who won't step with us get stepped on respectfully. Because the thing is, even if when you are great at what you do, people are always going to find a way to criticize what you do. You can't be afraid to go against the opposition. You can't be afraid to try something new for yourself. When Coach Yo reached out to me, I said, okay, I got to come. I have a movie I got to be shooting next month. But I said, I got to be in the SIP. That's what y'all call it, right? The SIP. I'm trying to get used to this lane. I said, I got to be in the SIP. And the reason why is I love what you stand for. And when you stand for something, you won't fall for anything. She put y'all in a position right now where y'all, when March come, y'all can be champions. Because believe it or not, I'm coming back in March.
Let's go.
We're trying to get to what? Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, and to the championship game. I want to say, I know everybody heard that in a championship game because I spoke to them. We can do it, can we?
Yes.
Do we believe?
Yes.
How bad do you want it? How bad do y'all want it?
Yes.
Don't just talk a good game. We got to stand on it. So when you want it, I'll look at y'all in practice today. I would tell them, I said, I love this team. I see the discipline. When one come out the court, y'all shake the other person's hand. You don't see that too often. That's called familyhood. When this all over, basketball is all over, when real life happens, y'all still got sisterhood. Nobody can take that away from you. So y'all got to protect each other like sisters. Y'all got to live for each other like sisters. But most importantly, before y'all can be leaders, you got to be followers. You got to make sure y'all follow Coach Joe and the direction she's trying to take y'all in real life and on that court. Because she believes in y'all, the coaching staff believe in y'all, and most importantly, God already went before you, so he got to believe in y'all. Okay? So I know I'm not going to try to hold y'all too long, but I want to say this here.
Do your thing.
Okay. I want to say this here. When times get hard, I want y'all to promise me something. That when times get hard on the court or off the court, y'all find a solution. And I'm saying this here. Growing up in the projects, man, I'm the only one who made it. Rest of them in jail or rest of them are dead because their solution wasn't the right way. So I'm saying that people always take the easy way out in life. I don't want y'all to do that. Who has sisters? Who has brothers in here? Who the oldest? So you got a lot on your plate already. So you got to find a solution, especially if you who your bloodline been waiting for. Y'all here on a free ride. I lost my scholarship, y'all. $87,000 scholarship. I took the ACT and the SAT 13 times. You know, I didn't have to pay for it because I was on free lunch. So, but I didn't take advantage of the opportunity. That was supposed to get my mom out the hood. They were supposed to put my mom in a better place. She wasn't supposed to work no more. But I wasn't intentional. I did everything right on the field, but I didn't do everything right in the classroom. And I lost that scholarship of $87,000. And that put me in a dark place for like 5 years. And I'm speaking to somebody right now because I don't want y'all to go through that after this basketball season. When I lost myself, and I had to go to a JUCO college. And when I say you go to JUCO college to try to get my scholarship, I got kicked out of there on academic probation. So that I created alcoholism. I started partying, I started game banging, started doing all these crazy things. People like, George, you went through something? Yeah, I'm not here by accident. I had to go through some things. Got shot at. But God put me in this position right now because of my testimony gonna reach not only y'all, but the world. Now I got the whole world saying, talk that talk, George, because of the testimony and the things I went through in life. So when the first thing gonna happen for you, that wasn't your purpose. But you start living in your purpose once you start living on purpose. I'm telling you. When I go back to my hometown, I'm from Palestine, Texas. That's the home of Adrian Peterson. He used to play for the Vikings. When I go back, they look at me like, man, you made it. I said, I didn't make it because y'all still here. I want to create a blueprint now where I got to sell to my brother and sister. I want to give to for free. A lot of people make it and want to sell something to people who still in poverty. That's how you keep broke people broke. But to keep the rich is you don't be rich in the pocket. You got to be rich in the spirit. And once you're rich in the spirit, you'll never go broke. And you'll forever be a big dog. So before I let y'all go, 2 things I want to say. When I get on that court tomorrow, don't forget to say pressure, then apply it. Second thing is, greater is not the person who sits at the table. Greater is the person who serves. So when I get on that court tomorrow, make sure y'all serve them that pressure. Thank y'all. Big dog.
Can we ask a question?
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Yes.
Nobody got questions? Don't be shy.
Anything y'all got for me, I promise y'all answer.
What made you start speaking?
God, 2018, the Most High put in my life to say, hey, buy a camera, get the mic, and my wife behind it, and we took off with it. It was a process, but we here.
George, you said something. You said, when something don't work for you, it wasn't meant for you. And I just relate that to like our season. And so like, I like to win. And I hate losing more than I love winning. And so when we lose, sometimes it shakes me to the core. But after our last loss, it took me a couple days. But I realized like, we weren't ready yet. It wasn't our time. How do you know when it's your time?
When you have the understanding that, like I said, I don't lose no more. Where if I wasn't winning, I know I would learn it. But I had to understand that not everything I do, I'm going to win. I got to trust the process. But before I can trust the process, I got to love that. I got to love that process. So that been my mentality. Like, when I started motivation speaking, I didn't touch the stage until like, 3 years after I started speaking. So now I'm like, man, God, what you doing? He said, don't question me. They do what I told you. So I kept moving. See, a lot of people don't get what they want to get in life because they stand still. I just kept moving. When I kept moving, I'm hitting different checkpoints. Now I'm receiving this. Dwayne Johnson reaching out to me. Yeah. Man, I'm this small cat. No, at the time, he reaching out to me. But P. Diddy, other people, Fantasia, a lot of people reaching out to me. So I said, dang, I didn't understand then, but I understand now. Right. So I'm winning now.
And then my next question is, these young ladies go through a lot. More than I went through when I was in college, due to social media. Not them being on social media, just everything they're exposed to. And so like depression, anxiety, self-doubt is on the all-time high. Because I want this group to have stuff to take when they leave here to make them unstoppable. That's what no ceilings means, right? So how do they take advantage of everything they're getting now, or even to just be great in this space now?
I'm gonna go to that depression you're speaking about, anxiety, depression. I was speaking to a gentleman that's in the NFL going through the same thing. But anxiety, depression, stress only become real when you give it a home. So when you let it sit in your mind, you don't constantly feel depressed, stressed, and worried. Second thing, when it comes to social media, I tell people, fast. I fast like 3 times a month. No food, just water for 3 days. I do a 3-day water fast because I want to be better. I don't want to just talk better, but I want to live better. I want to feel better in each and every moment. So fasting, being intentional, that's my favorite word, intentional. The day I start being intentional, I was free. I didn't realize I wasn't free until I became free. That's scary, y'all. You never realize when you're free until you become free. And that's when I met my wife in 2014. I was able to live again. 23 years old, I went 23 years of life not feeling free. Now I'm free. Now I get to help other people escape. But when it comes to depression, a lot of people's embarrassed about it or ashamed about it. Go talk to somebody. What I do, if I feel stress or any anxiety or whatever, I go to the vitamin shop. And I'm ready to invest in myself and then lie to myself and say I'm not battling with it, because you are. Excuses only sound best to the person that's making it up. So.
Question. You know me, I'm like 55. Come on, nobody in the group got it.
I got something. So like you in your profession, in your field, right? It's something that sets you apart from everybody else that's doing what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can kind of give them some kind of advice to where, how did you find what sets you apart? And the reason why I'm asking as athletes, like each one of them have to have something that sets them apart from somebody else, to where they know what it is, and this is my niche. Like what is it? Like how do you help them find that?
Be true to you. I wasn't trying to be like the next man. I was trying to understand myself. So that's one thing, is you got a lot of people trying to mimic somebody. When you know who you are, nobody can tell you who you're not. So I just say, okay, well, this is my calling. I'm gonna do it this way. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people judge me. I talk the way I talk. I walk the way I walk. You know, and they're gonna track who it needs to attract, and the real one's gonna feel you. So if you got a call, if you want to do something, don't worry about nobody else say, because they mad because they can't do it like you. Be who you are. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did you stop yourself from making those comparisons? Because I know Coach Yoshi would always talk about everybody having their journey and us having ours, but what helped you to stay on your journey? One
with scripture, when it say a double-minded man is unstable, and a comparison is a thief that kills all joy. So I had to understand what I'm comparing, because my life could be simpler than theirs. I'm kind of comparing my life to somebody else. You never know what they going through. Their person can be battling something tremendous, but you don't never know. Everything look good on the outside, not good on the inside. A lot of people are crying on the outside, but dying on the inside. And, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to know who you are, like I say, and whose you are. Once I got that mentality, I know who I am and whose I am. And when I say whose, I know I belong to the Most High. So the enemy going to try every tactic. The enemy going to want you to compare. Like somebody pull up right now in a Rolls Royce, and I got me a older car. Now you look like, dang, he got the ladies, he got the female, he got the whip, he got the bread, but he dying on the inside. And I'm fully healthy. So I learned to stop comparing. And you know, while I was in high school, my teacher, my math teacher told me that, 'cause I did that before. I'm like, man, why I gotta go through the pain and suffering? Why I gotta feel like I'm alone? 'Cause I barely graduated high school, y'all. If it wasn't for sports, I would never graduated. Sports kept me in school. I didn't go to school that much, but I was a star, and my coach looked out for me, and the principal looked out for me. But I got in a situation where when I was in the 12th grade, I'm taking classes with 9th graders. You see what I'm saying? And now I got in a situation, now I want to compare my life to this old cat right here, but I didn't put the work in. Most of the stuff that happened to me is what I did to myself. We got to quit playing the blame game, looking at mirror. A lot of people don't want to face the truth. Listen, when you understand yourself, you'll understand this here. Knowledge is not free, because you still got to pay attention. So when you learn to pay attention to yourself, you realize, okay, most of the things that happened in my life was my fault. That's it.
Other questions? All right, E, I'm gonna let you do the honors. Come on, E. E, your biggest fan.
I know, she told me. She showed me, she said, look at this here. I'm like, dang, 2 years?
E, your biggest fan.
Appreciate it.
Hey, come. You say big dog.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Hey, let's give George.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
George, you gotta promise us one thing.
What's that?
When you do one of your talks,
Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all not following me on Instagram, be sure to do so. For those who battle with anything, I got you. I speak about everything, and also I love to show love. Showing love is free. Y'all show love for me being here. I'm gonna show love to y'all. So, and I'm at the game tomorrow, so I'm watching everything. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Coach Yo.
Thank you.
You like a sister to me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's give him one more.
I